Hi everyone, and welcome back to another Concord 9th Feature Friday episode, I guess you could say. This week, the theme is color spectrum, so of course I have gone ahead and used pretty much all the colors. I have used the tool type Tagalong dies, and I've cut out lots of these little rainbows out of all the colors except for dove, mushroom, wheat, and the black and white. And as you can see, I've just used a teeny tiny little bit of the cardstock, so I'm getting maximum color with minimal use of cardstock. And we're just going to separate all these pieces and then kind of build some rainbows and see which colors are going to work together and which ones are probably not so good together. And I'm setting aside a few that I thought, well, those probably don't work so well together. But these are the ones that I decided I'm going to start with this one. So I placed them on top of a white card base, and then with a little piece of press and seal. It didn't all work in all the places, but the majority of the pieces actually stayed in place. And then we're just going to pick this up, and we're going to make sure that all the pieces are where they're supposed to be. So with a little tweezer, we are going to pick up the runaway pieces and place them back where they are supposed to go. If symmetry is important to you, this is the stage where you're going to want to take that extra minute to just make sure that everything sticks exactly where you want it, because we are going to add our liquid glue directly to these pieces and then simply turn that over and press them down onto your card base. So this is the point of no return. Anyway, so once we have that, I grabbed my little super clever holder from Make It by Marco. This is the Beach Lounger glue holder. Maybe it should be called a recliner, like glue recliner. Though that glue tip has got better life than me at the moment, reclining on the beach. So we're adding glue to all these pieces, and then the card base we are simply going to place right on top of this. So we're not going to attempt to flip this over, and I'm using my grid mat as a sort of a guidance spot or piece to kind of know where all my rainbows are. So we're going to press that down and firmly rub on the card base to make sure that the glue is sticking to all the pieces. And then once we are sure that that has been done, we are flipping this over now. And then here you can actually go over again just to kind of make sure that all the pieces are sticking. And then we're going to remove this before that sticks to your card base as well. Because with the liquid glue, it's very, very easily, you get those like little drippy bits that just kind of squeeze out, even if you're really careful with your usage. And then we're grabbing some scissors, and we are going to go snip, snip, and cut off all the extra pieces that are sticking out outside of the card base. I didn't end up throwing away all the little pieces that I cut off because, and I'm glad I did, because they did actually come in handy when I decided to make a second card, because I thought, well, I got enough pieces, so why not, hey, whilst you're on a roll, right? And they came out so fun. I love this technique. And then I decided to add some little, like super simple sentiments from the Tiny Tagalong's stamp set. So we have the Sending Some Happy and also You're My Happy. And these are stamped up with Dove ink to keep the sentiment really soft, because I thought, with the cards being so clean and simple, which is very unlike me, I know, I want a really soft sentiment instead of like harsh black. And then, because I couldn't stop there, right? I cut out lots of strips, I say lots of strips, actually one of each color, except for, again, the neutrals. And then I glued these to a simple piece of cardstock. This is just like really, really thin because I didn't want it to make it like super thick. Because once you add the cardstock, and then it will be difficult to use the word die cut that I was planning to use. So I did here use a tape runner, but I think the double-sided adhesive might actually be better. And then this big fabulous hello die I used twice, and it just so happened that the pieces ended up being almost identical, which I think is kind of fun. So I cut them out of the piece, and then we're just going to puzzle out these pieces, make sure that we keep all the pieces. But you see, like right there at the top of the page, some of the actual cardstock pieces fell out, so we're gonna do a little bit of surgery later with some glue and add those pieces back in, because we're gonna add the whole shebang apart from the like cutouts in the actual H and the two L's and the O's and the E, actually, all the letters. What am I on about? Anyway, so here goes the little surgery, so to say, with the little cardstock pieces. So you have to be really careful if you do like I did, which use a tape runner that doesn't cover the entire piece of paper that you're adding your color cardstock to. Because, I mean, this was a bit fiddly, and I could have saved myself a lot of hassle by using those double-sided adhesive sheets, which would have been a lot easier, actually. So, this was really fiddly, but I did manage to get all the pieces in. And then I did take out all the little inside pieces as well, because I decided it just kind of would make the words pop a little bit better. And I love how I love how they turned out. They are just so fun and colorful, and would just be like the perfect base for yet another 2 clean and simple cards. I know what's going on here. I'm like on a real roll. My husband was rather amazed, and even more amazed so by the fact that I did not add any sequins. Yep, I know, no sequins. So here we are just adding these pieces to white card bases, and I did actually cut out a white hello and a black hello out of the skinny part of the word die. And then these have all been added to, as I said, to white card bases. And we're going to add a super simple sentiment that says, I could really go for some of you right now. This is from the Hey Bestie stamp set, and I've used a mushroom ink for those as well, just to kind of keep it really soft and simple. And I was itching to add some sequins to these, and I might go back later and do it, but I'm trying not to, because I really am trying to nail this whole clean and simple card look. So anyway, we shall see how it goes, because I'm still Erica the sequinaholic, so I over sequinize things generally, and I do feel that there is a very sequinized card in the near future. Thank you so much for stopping by today, and I hope you enjoyed these cards and found some inspirations with me. I have linked everything I use down below in the comment box with compensated affiliate links. See you all soon again!